Okay, so this is just a quick introduction about the use of props. So throughout the restorative series, I'm going to be using a bolster. It's nothing fancy. It's just a hard, so it's very firm cushion. This one is pretty large. They have some smaller ones as well. I'm using this, and I'll have this blanket. So this is just a throw blanket, wonderful throw blanket. My sister got me for Christmas. And yeah, so this is something I'm going to have on hand with the bolster for the demonstrations that I'm doing. But I just want to give you some options so you feel empowered to make your own props, sort of. So basically, we can use for the blanket, you can use anything that you can fold or roll up like a blanket. So something that's more cushy is okay, but maybe more like a beach towel, throw blanket, woven blanket, something that's going to be able to be folded up and give you some support that way, or rolled up and given support that way. So one thing that we will have, and this is Francesca, my assistant and daughter, we are going to use the blanket here as an alternative to our bolster. So we're going to roll this up, and as you can see, it's not the same size, but it is going to provide a similar support. So even though it won't be as much height, you'll still be able to let the muscles of the same area soften around. So basically, if we're looking here to see how supportive this is, you can see how my body is able to rest over this bolster. And although it's different in a similar way, that's going to be the case with the blanket as well. So putting the blanket there and adjusting it, I'm just doing recline bound angle, so lowering down so that my lower back is supported and there is support between my shoulder blades, some open space in the chest. So even though this looks much different, I'm still getting some support. Again, you may decide if you really love practicing in this way to invest in a bolster, or you may use a pillow. So friends here, Fran, I'm going to need you to hop off this pillow. So with the pillow over the blanket, you actually, because pillows are pretty soft, even this is a firm pillow, it's pretty soft still. So I'm going to add that blanket for support so it's got a little more heft to it. So lying down here, you can see that I actually have a nice similar lift to the bolster itself. So this is really nice. Again, if you want, you can always double up using extra props. This is going to be something that you can experiment with day to day. You might even want different support. So just stay present with yourself, your body's sensations and needs so that you can adjust accordingly. So for this, having this height, I have a really nice open space in the chest. My arms comfortably drop down to the floor. And the long story short is that you want to be able to rest completely into these positions. So I don't want to feel like I'm having to hold my body up or hold by any use of muscle holding myself up. I want to be able to actually rest into the support that's below me. So this is totally adequate. Having a couple pillows, the blanket underneath gives it a little more firmness to lie on. And then I don't have a couch myself, I have this hammock, but if you have a couch, removable couch cushions are often more firm than pillows, so you can maybe experiment with what you have there. Lastly, I am not necessarily going to provide a lot of instruction with blocks or the idea of blocks, but you can have books. Let's grab a couple of books. So this is a couple of similar height similar height books. So for example, with that same pose, recline down angle, I'm going to add this under one knee and this under the other so that my hips don't have to open quite as much. So then we're going to take our little position back here. My knees are supported and I can lie down, and I'm able to comfortably do that without having to buy blocks from like a yoga supply place. So don't feel like you have to go buy anything right away. Hopefully that gives you enough alternatives to use for this series.